Let's start with a number, a really big number, 2 trillion rupees. That's how much value just, poof, vanished from Indian IT stocks. And get this, it happened in just 24 hours. Now, this wasn't some market crash or a war. No, this was something totally new. So what caused all this chaos? A single software update for an AI named Claude. It got nicknamed the IT sector killer, and you're about to see why that's not really an exaggeration. So, what on earth makes one little update so powerful?
To really get it, we need to break down what this quad disruption is all about. You've got to understand, this isn't just another chatbot. It's not a slightly smarter assistant. This is a fundamental change in what AI can actually do, and it's aimed right at the heart of the entire IT services industry. This is the key distinction you have to grasp. You know, older AIs, like ChatGPT, you ask them a question, they give you an answer, and that's it. The interaction's over. Claude is totally different. It stays with you while you work. It takes initiative, it looks at your tasks, it suggests better ways to do things, all with very little input from you. It's less like a tool you use and way more like a teammate you collaborate with.
And this isn't just theory, okay? Look at the real-world consequences here. A company like TCS, which for years was the definition of job security, we fired over 30,000 people in 6 months. And what did they say? Our focus is on automation. Even crazier, the entire Indian IT sector, which used to hire people by the thousands, hired just 17 people in a 9-month period. 17! The numbers are just staggering. So why? How is the industry so fragile? How could one piece of software create so much chaos? Well, the truth is, the answer lies in a business model that was, frankly, built on sand. At the very core of this whole thing is a concept called labor arbitrage. See, for decades, the big advantage of the IT services industry wasn't about creating some revolutionary new technology. Not at all. It was about one thing: providing a huge, skilled workforce for way, way cheaper than you could get in the US or Europe. This quote from the founder of the world's first free email service just says it all, doesn't it? The whole model was dead simple. You tell us what you need, and we will throw human bodies at the problem to build it for less money. It was a business of body shopping, not creating your own ideas. And, well, any business that's based on repetitive human tasks is just a sitting duck for automation. And this was the workflow for years, right? A client in the West has a project. They outsource it to a firm in India for, say, a fifth of the cost. A huge team of engineers then manually codes everything, manually tests it, manually fixes the bugs, and the firm just bills the client for every single hour of that manual labor. It was a great model, super profitable, but it was completely dependent on humans doing repetitive work, making it incredibly vulnerable. Now look, I know what you might be thinking. People have been afraid of technology taking jobs for centuries. So why is this AI revolution any different from, say, the ATM or robots in a factory? Let's get into why this time really is different. Just look at the sheer scale of this leap in efficiency. A project that used to take a team of 5 or 6 developers 2 full weeks can now be done in less than a day. But that's not even the most important part. Look at the roles. It's now 1 or 2 developers overseeing Claude. The AI is the one writing the code, running the tests, debugging the errors. This isn't just an improvement, it's a total reinvention of the work itself. The ATM is the perfect example people always use. It replaced the manual labor of a bank teller handing out cash. But what happened? It lowered costs for banks, so they opened more branches. And they ended up hiring more people for other roles. It was a net job creator. AI is completely different. It's not just replacing labor, it's replacing intelligence. It's automating complex thinking tasks that, until now, only skilled human professionals could do. And this is what that's projected to look like. Unlike the ATM, which created more jobs than it took, AI is expected to cause net job destruction. Some of the research suggests that for every 10 roles it eliminates, it might only create 1 new, super specialized role to manage it. And this brings up a really thorny long-term question for the whole economy. I mean, think about it. If AI automates most of the jobs and people don't have salaries anymore, who's going to buy all the products and services that these super efficient companies are making? It's this potential vicious cycle that economists are really starting to think about now. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and yeah, it's a big one. But now let's pivot. Let's talk about the solution. This is the engineer's new playbook. This is not just about survival. It's about how you can actually thrive in this new world by providing the kind of value that an AI simply cannot. This right here, This is your new mission statement. If your job is basically a series of repetitive tasks that can be clearly defined and measured, it is at risk. Your number one goal has to be to move beyond being just simple, replaceable labor and into a role that an AI can't touch. So here it is, your new 3-step playbook. First, you have to reassess your own role. Don't wait for your boss to tell you. Proactively look at every single part of your job that is repetitive and could be automated. Second, you have to learn to collaborate with AI. Become a master at using these tools to make yourself ridiculously more efficient. But this third step, this is the most important one. You have to shift your entire identity from a doer to an overseer. Your value is no longer about writing 500 lines of code. Your value now comes from directing the AI that writes 50,000 lines of code and making sure it actually aligns with the big picture goals. And to be a great overseer, you need to master these skills. These are the things that are uniquely human. An AI can write technically perfect code that completely misses the point of the business. That's where your judgment comes in. An AI can spit out data, but it can't use communication and leadership to get a whole team excited and aligned on a vision. And it sure as heck can't build a real relationship of trust with a client. Your ability to provide strategic oversight, to ask why are we building this, not just how, that is what makes you irreplaceable. Ultimately, it all comes down to this. The engine of work, the repetitive, boring, grinding part, it's being replaced by something way faster, way more efficient. That change is happening right now. It's not a question of if. So the only question left for every single one of us is, are you going to be replaced along with the engine, or are you going to learn how to be the one who drives it?